What is up? This is Raktar. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Temple Remix. I was about to say Let's Play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time starring Goemon, but instead I didn't. So immediately, you're probably going to notice in this video that my commentary is not going to be totally normal. I won't necessarily be talking about what I'm doing in the game because yesterday, well, first I'll start off by saying, so you put on your boots, you'll know which door to go into because you'll see the torches. I'm not actually doing live commentary, I'm doing post commentary right now. So let's talk to Rudo and then I'll explain what's going down because I won't have to talk to Rudo in a while. Oh, you, if I'm right, Raktar, you're Raktar, aren't you? She's southern now. It's me, your fiancé, Rudo, Princess of the Zoras. I never forgot the vows we made to each other. She just went through puberty. To each other 7 years ago. You're a terrible man to have kept me waiting these 7 long years. Now I'm tired of doing voices. But now is not the time to talk about love. I'm sure you've already seen it. Zora's domain totally frozen the fuck over. Come on, press A. Jesus Christ, what was I waiting for? A young man named Sheik saved me from under the ice. Ooh, my boyfriend, Sheik. But my father and other Zoras have not yet. I want to save them all. I want to save Zora's domain. I actually saved your dad. So maybe you should love me more. Because I'm awesome. This is a request from me, the woman who's going to be your wife. That's hot. I'm gonna marry a non-human. That's kind of sexy. I am of the sea, you are of the land. Inside the water temple, there are 3 places where you can change the water level. I'll lead the way. Follow me quickly. But she's only going to lead us to 1. So, anyhoozle. This bitch. Oh my goodness. So, right now, I am actually recording this video. I'm doing post-commentary right now. I'm recording... For some reason, I thought I could break that pot. You can actually grab it underwater, which I didn't realize. But, anyhoozle. So yesterday, I was bored. I'd finished recording my videos. I got off work early, and I was I was just fucking around recording some music on the guitar. And, because I play guitar, or whatever. And, I changed what my normal microphone was. Nice, look at how I get my ass kicked right there. So what I did was I changed what my microphone was, because usually my microphone is just always set to my USB microphone that I use for recording. But yesterday, I was just like, I'm gonna switch which one it is because I want to record my guitar straight into Audacity because I've got this little like fake guitar amplifier that you can record straight onto like digital source. Like you don't need a microphone up to the amp or anything to do it, and you can do it. And it sounds pretty good. It sounds okay. In fact, I'll play a clip of what I was working on right now. So yeah, I was just fucking around with that. Obviously that clip that was recorded with Korg DS10 for the Nintendo DS and my electric guitar, and I was just bored, and obviously that's a chunk of Zelda music. I was trying to record like maybe something to use as an intro for this series, but I decided against it. Well, we'll think about it for the future. Tell me what you think of that little chunk of music I just played. Anyway, so you gotta jump down here. There's another key that you'll get when you raise the water to medium level, but you'll figure out later that I missed that key like a dumbass, which, how would I know that? Well, because, so I noticed, basically, I noticed after the fact that I had recorded this whole thing. Oh, I'm gonna, right here, I'm clever. I'm like, dude, screw doing that. I'm gonna use Din's Fire to light these torches since I never use any magic in this game anyway. So, I used Din's Fire. Yeah, basically, I wanted to do the whole temple in one sitting just because doing temples in one sitting is a lot easier, I guess, because that way you don't... You kind of like have an idea of what you were doing before, like you don't come back and be like, what was I doing when I quit earlier? Which for me, as you can imagine, is a huge problem. But, oh yeah, so like a lot of the enemies in here, I said this in my recording that didn't actually record. A lot of the enemies in here are designed to be taken out easily via the hookshot. Because hookshot's the only weapon you can use underwater, and and right there, I accidentally used Din's Fire and find out that Din's Fire kills these guys. Which obviously, it doesn't do it underwater, but right there, if you want to kill those guys and you have a lot of them to fight and you're not underwater, you can use Din's Fire. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole situation though with the recording. So this recording could be a little bit different than my other recordings because I'm literally just sitting here watching a video of myself play Zelda, which is kind of funny because I get to see like all the stupid shit that I do while I do the commentary. Like I'm like, oh, why the fuck would I have done that? Why am I so stupid? Anyway, am I gonna check for any other? Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to that door. Oh, and this is something that I pointed out when I was doing the original recording that didn't work of this. Try and get all the keys on every floor as you go up in the water levels, otherwise you're gonna miss one and you're not gonna... It's not gonna turn out well. And I actually did. I miss... Throughout the whole dungeon, I end up missing 2 keys. But, they're not actually in this video. One, I could have gotten in this video, but I didn't realize that. And I have to go back and cut around in the 3rd video to get it. Or like in the 5th video. This turns out to be a 5-video temple instead of like a 4-video temple, and 2 of the videos are kind of long. I think they come out to like 18 or 19 minutes. I don't know. I haven't done all the editing yet. All the editing I have done is I sat down and I'm like, I wonder which parts I intended to cut out of these videos, because there were some parts that I had intended to cut out. So I went back through and I tried to do those. It looks like I'm going for another key in here. Do I have any crazy good ideas in here? Nope. I look down, I kind of like size up the room. It is really weird, like just watching footage of yourself play a video game, because when you're just watching, you're like, just fucking jump! Just jump! Just fucking jump! I think what I was doing right there is I was talking about whether I was like, oh, maybe you have to be on the floor and hit the switch. Like, I can't even... I just want to sit here and make fun of how badly I play this game when I'm watching. Like, I just want to, like, yell at the screen. And it's fair, I can do that because it's my own gameplay. I would encourage you not to do that when you're watching other people, because, you know, when you're playing video games, you take time, you sit there and you size up rooms and stuff, but when I watch myself, I'm just like, what the fuck was I thinking? I am so dumb. Like right there, I could have just swirled around the room, I could have done one less boot change. That is definitely something, though, that they improved upon in later Zelda games that had the iron boots. Firstly, let's think about this. Majora's Mask didn't even have iron boots because you had the Zora Mask, which that was a huge improvement over the iron boots, like tenfold. The mask was awesome. Skyward Sword didn't because you could swim, right? Am I crazy? Skyward Sword you can swim, right? Or like you get an item that lets you like swim freely underwater. Oh, whatever. But what I was getting at though is Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker also has the iron boots, but I don't think in Wind Waker that it really uses it to you don't use them to go underwater ever. In fact, in Wind Waker, they had to make the water dynamic in that game really weird because you had a huge ocean, and usually Zelda games, you don't have like a huge ocean, so you don't have to prevent people from going deep in the water. So in Wind Waker, I don't know, I just think about weird Zelda stuff sometimes. It's weird to think about that in Wind Waker, you have the most water of any Zelda game, but the least interaction within water, because all you can do in water is just kind of swim around. Your guy's not even a good swimmer. Like, he sinks in the water while he goes. You'd think that for a kid that lives... Oh, and then I point out, you'll come out that later. I'm like, you'll come out that door later, so don't worry about that door right now. But you'd think that for a kid who lives, like, in a town surrounded by the ocean, like in a little village, he'd be a better swimmer, but... You know, whatever. I mean, I guess they're probably like, don't go out into the ocean, because you'll get eaten by fucking octopuses, and there's tornadoes of frogs in them, and all kinds of terrible things to destroy you. And then, okay, so Majora's Mask does not have Iron Boots because you can be a Zora. Wind Waker, then, they had Iron Boots, but for a completely different purpose. It was not meant to take you underwater. And then what I'm trying to think about is Twilight Princess, though. In Twilight Princess... Oh, and then right here I noticed that the way to get up here, they don't put the water all the way up, so you have to use the hookshot underwater to get out here. In Twilight Princess, I remember the Iron Boots, actually, I thought this was really cool. The whole magnetic thing with the Iron Boots, where, you, like, jumped into, like, a magnet beam, and it pulled the Iron Boots, so you, like, could walk on upside-down surfaces, which I thought that was kind of a cool... It was a unique use for an item that already existed, and that's one thing I do like in Zelda, is, when they take an item that's already common in the series, and they kind of, they reinvent it. Like, they're like, you know, we've been using this item for this in the series, but, like, what if it did this? And, because, you know, it is always cool when they have, like, new items, you're just like, oh, cool, like, they never did this before, like, that's awesome. So it's also cool when they're just like, let's just fucking change the way this goes completely, and, like, make so this item doesn't even do the same thing anymore, but I don't remember if there was any, like... heavily underwater parts in that game. All I remember is that it did the magnet thing, which it's funny. It's funny how my mind is like working. If you watch these videos and then the videos that come after these, my mind is like working backwards. Like I'm building off of things that I said in previous videos because of I'm building off of things that I said in previous videos because that's the way my brain works, and now I'm just kind of like sitting here watching myself do this shite. Okay, so right here, this is interesting. You probably noticed there was a little teensy-beansy cut in the music, and there was 2 spiders right here that you have to fight. But the reason I did that cut there is because there was this boring part of me doing the video where I was trying to figure out what would make that switch go. Like, I tried a bomb, I tried, like, shooting through the bars, I tried using Din's fire, and it turns out all you had to do is a sword spin to get that Skulltula. And with that, even though it was 2 videos that I missed, so technically I'm just going to be talking straight through. I'm going to end this video right here, and I will see you next time.